given the circumstances, very, very happy. Very, very happy. We had a happy Thanksgiving, and then shortly after Thanksgiving on Friday, it wasn't so happy. As you can see, we're down 2 players. We're already, we just have 9 scholarship players available, and to be down 2 really a day or 2 before the game was really scary. And now, you know, a couple guys are going to play significant minutes that haven't played before, and given foul trouble that I worry about every single game, particularly with a short bench. And then adding to that, you know, you play Ivy League schools, and they play a different brand of basketball. I respect it a lot. This team, every guy that comes on the floor is a 3-point threat. I think it's a little bit like playing the Golden State Warriors. I mean, you know, relatively, where it's an awfully big floor. They shoot half their shots or threes. We're without a couple really key defenders to do that. So there was a lot going on, honestly, on our minds from the coaching staff to try to prepare for this. I know, but you know, well, it's, you know, it maybe doesn't seem like a really good win, but under our circumstances, I feel very good about them, and I'm proud of our guys.
How long do you think Nick will be out? Can you
Hopefully only this game.
Okay.
But I can't say for sure, but hopefully is not a strong enough word. Okay, I don't know the word, but hopefully times 100,000, that will only be 1. We obviously need him in every way, but it was a good decision. You know, we need to get him healthy, and it worked out fine and probably helped us. Sometimes when these things happen, if everything goes okay, they can actually be a positive. And I think we'll get positive things out of this, but we don't want him to be going long.
And Ben, how long will he be out?
Don't know for sure.
Anything about that?
I don't know. There's, I wish I could answer that, but I'm not really at liberty to do so. But maybe soon, maybe not soon. But we're hopeful for that too.
You come in knowing that Brown's going to shoot a lot of threes. They go 15 for 32, but overall, since you were planning for it, what did you think of the way your defense played on the perimeter?
You know, not terrible. I mean, I saw there was some, we made mistakes. They had some wide open horse shots, and they missed a few of them. But when the game started, my gosh, you know, a lot of them were guarded. They were just, and you got to feel like, you know, you always feel like, I kept telling them in the huddle, which I was lying to them, hey, they're not going to keep making these. You know, so I just lied, you know, but I've always felt that, but I wasn't sure tonight whether it was going to happen. Obviously it didn't. I mean, just when you feel like we could really break this open and they'd hit 1 or 2 more, they would just never go away. And without, and not to make any excuses, but this is what I was worried about. I know there's 5 guys on the floor at all times who are going to shoot threes, including their 5 men. Well, how many 5 men in the country shoot a 3, first of all? Well, okay, so you got that issue, and then you've got 4 guards you're playing against, and we only have 2 big guys suited up, basically, because Ben's not suited up. And our big guys are really big guys. So one of our big guys, in this case Marcus, has to chase around Spieth, and Spieth decides he's going to come home and have a great shooting night. Just not a good shooting night, he's going to have a great shooting night, and probably because of the matchup. And then we can switch Sterling over to the 4 spot and play a little bit small, but then he's not as used to it, so we don't quite have the same package offensively. So we knew we had issues. I thought we did a pretty good job defensively. I think this will help us our last 2 games because, again, playing schools like Yale or like this, they make you be even a little bit more on point than maybe you normally would, because a mistake this big leads to a 3. Whereas in so many other games, maybe a team, you know, most teams have a couple shooters and other guys you close out short, and, you know, it's a little more conventional, but this is not conventional. And it is a big challenge, and it's a bigger challenge when you're playing 3 freshmen and a walk-on, and they're trying to deal with this. And that's why, for me, you know, I'm proud of our team. I know Coach Brown, if he's watching, he would be proud. He would understand what's, you know, what all was going on here. So very happy to get past this one, and very impressed with Brown.
Anything else?
At times you had, like you said, you were playing multiple freshmen. When Shake and Jure played together, what did you like about the two big but young guards
A
together?
lot, and not just because of tonight, but been so impressed with them, really from day one. You get a sense, you know, when you recruit people, you see talent and you feel like you hope you know their character and all those things, but I can tell you, you rarely know what their true basketball IQ and savvy and feel and all those things are until you get them in a college environment, because they're just not tested that way in high school. In high school, you pretty much play a lot on just ability, and you see them a lot in AAU, and in AAU it's kind of an individual game anyway. There's not a lot of practices and not a lot of structure to where you can see how people read and react. It's more, you know, do you have games? So there's a little bit of pot luck that way whenever you recruit someone, and both those guys quickly when they got here, we all talked as a staff that these guys are beyond their years. They're high level IQ, high savvy, high feel, confidence, and we said that, you know, right out of the gate, we'd be comfortable. We watch them on film every day in practice. We'd be comfortable playing them multiple minutes, and they proved us right. I think tonight will be great for them because they played so many minutes and they had a role where they basically would have a big role on deciding the game, and that's a whole nother level than just kind of playing a little small role and trying not to mess up as a freshman. But we told them going in, you're gonna have a big part in win or lose, and obviously they wanted that challenge, and they took that.
This was the first time we saw Cedric Bearfield for any extended minutes. What did you think of his play today?
You know, he did some good things. I think he's still developing. I don't think he's quite grasped. The point guard position's, in my opinion, the hardest one to walk into as a freshman. Give Shake a lot of credit. He's really, you know, he's played 2 for us, and now we're saying, hey, go play, 30 some minutes at the point when you don't even get to practice it that much. So it speaks for him. Cedric has a lot of skill, a lot of talent, but I think he's still trying to get a full grasp, get comfortable on what, you know, making good decisions and understanding. But he is coming. He's been improving in practice, and hopefully he can continue to improve, get more comfortable, understand on really both sides, offensively and defensively, so that we can play more minutes. That would help us.
This was the first time since probably your first year here that you guys had a bench this short. How tough is that to manage? A little different though, talent-wise.
It's a little scary. It's a little scary. I'm still not past, you know, the Sam Houston game, the very first game, and we've had all these, you know, talks. The officials come, commissioner of officiating, they'll come and they'll tell us, guys, understand, fouling is going to be different this year. I mean, they really warned us. Like, we always come and tell you, we're going to call it tight, but I'm telling you, this is different. So they really scared us, and for good reason. And sure enough, in the very first game that we played, it feels like we got 26 fouls in the first minute, and we're like, oh my gosh, we got to go zone and the whole bit. So I'm still, that has stuck with me. And then we go to Stanford, and we don't foul much, but I'm nervous about that. And every game since, thankfully, and that was my biggest concern coming in, what are we going to do if we're in foul trouble? You know, we're going to play 4 guys. I don't know if is that in the rules? Can you play 4 guys? I'm not sure, but I thought, man, we want to get to that. But that was the biggest concern. We did a great job staying out of foul trouble. We tried to mix in a little bit of zone, partly just to change it up, because they were shooting 97% the first 5 minutes, it felt like. So we got to do something, just give them something to look at. But also, you know, with the short bench, maybe it's, you know, a little bit longer possession, and also keep us out of foul trouble. But guys are adjusting. Our guys seem to be adjusting to the way it's being officiated. You know, tonight they shoot 4, we shoot 19. That's kind of normal numbers rather than some of the things we've seen across the country where teams are shooting 35 free throws, the other team's shooting 29. And those are the games we definitely don't want to be on the short end of one of those things.
The other end of that,
free throw shooting down the stretch, does that seem to be a concern?
Always, but it's also something, you know, what do you do about it? You know, you just, I know one thing, I know our guys are trying to make every single free throw. That's one thing I know. They're gonna try to make their points, you know? So, we practice them. You definitely don't wanna make an issue of it. I do have my sense for free throw shooting is over the course of the year, you become who you are. Over the course of the year, when the statistics even out, if you're really a 70% shooter, by the end of the year, that's probably what you're gonna shoot. And if you're an 80 or a 45, so I don't wanna get too overly concerned with that. We'll continue to practice them. We don't wanna make it, I think the worst thing you can do is make a big deal about it and say, you gotta make the free throws, you have to make it. I think that just tightens everyone up. And the more we get there late game, the better. And I have a feeling that some nights soon that we'll be where we really, really need them, and we'll be able to knock them down, you know, with even more pressure on us with the team even closer than tonight.